Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for May 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, the frequencies of the earth are changing at this present time. You can all feel it, of course, and what it means is the Tibetan symbols that I normally use may not be as palatable to the ear as they used to be, as we become more sensitive and open to the vibrations around us. So I've sourced a softer frequency to prepare and cleanse your reading. I'm using Gaia chimes to cleanse hourly, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound, okay? So let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your monthly reading for May. I can't believe we're here already, but here we are, and we are finally leaving all those horrendous retrogrades and eclipses in the dust. Now, May is mostly calm. I say mostly, but the month of May will actually offer very auspicious vibrations, a steadier pace, and a moment to really breathe with harmonious trines to really get centered and focus on what truly makes you feel happy and secure. Now, personally, I'm a little bit suspicious that the planetary alignments are presenting as quite calm for the majority of the month. You know, most people might see this as super positive, and I actually do as well. However, we do have a full moon in Scorpio in opposition to Uranus on the 12th of May. Now, I'm a Scorpio, and if I know one thing, if the energy around Scorpio goes a little bit quiet, something big is coming. The beginning of May could literally be the calm before the storm. And, you know, this full moon could get a little bit intense and leave you feeling just a little bit sensitive there, okay? So just something to look out for. Now, the alignments are shifting into positions that will really pack some serious punch later on in the year, especially since heavyweight planet Saturn, ruler of Karma, makes a massive shift from the 24th of May into the sign of Aries. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves first and really recognize that we've officially moved into the beautiful Taurian season, ruled by Venus, of course. So let's take a moment to enjoy all the positive aspects it will offer us on a personal level, for it really will increase your ability to release pressure, find peace, and lock on to the opportunities to increase and safeguard wealth and, of course, comfort and fun. Now, you may feel inclined to beautify your home, maybe do some DIY, declutter, or revamp with a fresh new color palette this month, whatever keeps your home feeling like a sanctuary of calm. Plus, Jupiter, my favorite planet of good fortune, it moves into Gemini, expanding opportunities for social gatherings, fun, travel, and of course, double the luck, especially if you have meetings or important presentations, or even if you run online businesses. But no matter what you do, the first part of the month will actually see you shine and attract. Even love, if you're searching for someone special to share your life with. Now, this month is a perfect time to ground your energy, embrace your sensual side, and delight your senses with moments of pleasure and leisure. You might feel compelled to get explorative with food this month and develop your kitchen witch or wizard, trying out new recipes, prioritizing your health, and being more consistent with any routines that help empower you, attending festivities, cultural events, and planning vacational getaways to help really decompress. But let's face the facts. Taurus season will actually keep you focused on your money, offering careful attention to build upon long-term goals and gains whilst utilizing new technology to keep track of finances, secure or compound wealth. Stability will really be at the forefront of your mind. And of course, you may even have a thirst to learn more about financial structures to make your money work for you, whether that's through professional advice, of course, or online, or even like self-help books. It's a great time to save financial statements down to confirm liquidity as well, whether you have a little or a lot, just in case glitches occur or gremlins meddle in the system. Now, I did mention for April that there may be some power outages, and of course, we've just seen a few power outages in Europe there. So that's what I'm talking about. Save down statements of what you have. Of course, there was nothing untoward there, of course, but it's just savvy to do that sort of thing, because I do see that we may have a few more of those to come with the frequencies that are occurring at this moment in time. But let's get back to Taurian season, because I would say that Taurus season, it actually asks you to rebalance, to find natural stillness, to connect to the earth, to not feel overwhelmed, and really nurture relationships with your soul tribe. Now, in terms of world events, and please fast forward this part if you really don't wish to hear it, get to the part where I hold up your first card, of course. And astrologically, we're actually repeating a cycle from 1992 right through to 1999. Now, we only need to look back at that period in time to really understand what kind of might be destined to arise. 1999 saw the launch of a new currency, the euro. So we may actually hear whispers of digital currency transitions as a soft launch before the big rollout. Now, I'm drawn to the financials this month, of course, as Taurus season influences wealth and currency in a really big way. And of course, we'll see more fluctuations with tense trade discussions. However, Taurus season will actually try to hold it all together with patience and long-term views of shifting back towards some sort of balance. We could see a country or even countries finally break away from long-standing financial structures in favor of independence as well, causing a little bit of a power struggle later on in the year. And also an ambitious move to conquer or overthrow may see an authoritative figure forced from their position. But they won't go quietly, let me tell you. Now, I do see a flash of a motorcade in conflict, and I don't really know where this is or who's involved, but it's something that keeps coming into my visions, so maybe something to look out for. And of course, the golden era of information and truth being revealed is already in motion. Taurus season will see a confrontation of unfair manipulations, which opens humanity's eyes even further, nudging a bit of a rebellion against societal structures, shall we say, in favor of personal freedom and belief system. So, for example, how this can kind of like work itself out, shall we say, is, Mars and Pluto opposition, a cosmic boiling point, could heavily influence wild weather in and around the 14th of May. And of course, as Mars appears next to the beehive star cluster, we could see conversations focused around the decline of bees, catastrophic in terms of ecosystem disruption. And this revolutionary vibration could see a fight to save the farming industry, agriculture, food processes. So that's what I mean by, it will make us kind of like stand up and say we need to change something for the positive during this time. And because of the alignments, we could actually focus in and around agriculture because of that Taurian earthy influence there. Now, also, of course, we will continue to see increased seismic shifts and volcanic eruptions. I have mentioned the Ring of Fire numerous times, and two major volcanoes spewing ash close together in date could be a sign of a larger Pacific Ocean event to come. Now, my guides gave me a triple Earth movement shall affect many. A horseshoe caldera, which burns inside on the Aleutian arc, shall erupt and be a sign. Now that's something to decode. I'm not really sure exactly what is being said there. Perhaps it's something to look into, but it could point to some sort of Pacific Ocean event at some point in the future. And of course, the energies are currently operating to release pressure, both on a global and a personal scale. So on a personal level, this month actually influences you to pay more attention to your values, your belief system, and your appearance, sustaining beauty routines and treating yourself with a little something something. Taurus season reminds you of quality over quantity. And of course, it always offers some form of reward, bonus, or prosperity, as it is a harvest month. You know, there's a lot to look forward to on a personal level, but mostly May actually offers positive expansion, connection with those that you consider dear. It reinforces the importance of purpose, self-care, whilst opening portals up of opportunity for you to really build for your future. So let's see what's going on with you here, my beautiful Virgos. We have the beginnings card. So this, of course, can represent the beginning of a new month. A lot of you with that Four of Swords and the Queen of Coins, perhaps I feel this energy that April was a pretty intense month there for you, and you're kind of like glad that it's behind you. With this new energy, I feel it's a fresh new start. And of course, your playful side is coming out a little bit more with that Fool card energy. But this card, it is your protagonist energy, so it tells me you have a lot of potential this month, and you really are empowered because we have that Queen of Pentacles energy, which of course is your card. So I would say that you are focused on your finances. Some of you may look at new saving strategies this month. You may be sticking to some sort of plan, but also implement something new, like an app or some sort of service. For some of you, you could change accountants if you have an accountant, for example. The Fool card is something new there, so it could be that you actually discover something new about building wealth, especially with that Four of Swords energy. I mean, some of you could literally be trying to lock onto an idea or launch something that will literally make you money as you sleep, okay? Because the Four of Swords is to take a rest, okay? But the Queen of Pentacles there is to make money. So a lot of you are thinking about strategies on how to either compound wealth or build wealth whilst there is less effort from you. Or some of you could also be trying to take a bit of a break. You're working really hard, but you're so excited because you're taking a bit of a vacation there. I definitely see a lot of you are structured on locking onto your goals. You're super organized and serious, very productive this month. But with that World card there and the Fool card, a lot of you are looking forward to a bit of a getaway or some sort of respite there. I definitely see that you're in need of a break. I'm actually seeing a candle right now, and it is literally burning at both ends. Both wicks either side are lit. So a lot of you, this could indicate that you are exhausted and you're working really hard with the circumstances that you have right now. But, you know, the Fool card, as a protagonist energy, it can indicate that a lot of you are curious about doing new things this month, whether it's new festivities or even exploring your neighborhood in a different way. It could be that you're going outside your usual parameters to find out new cafes, restaurants, or, you know, community events in some way, so you can get involved there. But because we do have the Queen of Pentacles, a lot of you, there could be some new additions to your home space. I mean, some of you, and this is only because, you know, Taurian season is all about finances. Some of you could literally launch a business from home, or if you're already working from home, I feel some of you are trying to implement some sort of strategy or schedule where you have good quality rest. Because if you work for yourself, if you're an entrepreneur or you just run your own business, you know, sometimes you work 24/7 rather than 9 to 5. So it can be very challenging, and finding time to kind of switch off and really get good quality rest is important. Now, I feel with this card, it's like fresh new energy. So some of you could be doing a bit of DIY. You could actually take some time off work. If you are actually in a career right now, you could take some staycation days to just poodle around the house and actually, you know, either rearrange things, revamp things, or even declutter in some way. I just get this sense that there is a flurry of activity in and around your home space during this time. But also I feel there's something different about you this month. Perhaps with that Four of Swords energy, you are taking some time out to really nurture yourself in a different way. I definitely see here that you're locked onto your sense of duty as well. I feel there is some sort of comfort or abundance here. I feel a lot of you especially since your outcome energy, we've got the Nine of Wands there. It tells me with the World card that you're very close to achieving a goal that was very hard won. There's a lot of success here. The World card is actually a very successful card. It can indicate that you are basically, completing tasks, finishing what you start. And the Devil card, at the end of the month can almost feel like you're obsessed with getting everything completed or done. And maybe for some of you, that's because you have a vacation coming up, or it can be that you are on to the next project and you just want to get organized and be on track there. Okay, now some of you, not all of you, may actually have a new addition to your family unit or your soul tribe. So this could be that you hear that someone is pregnant, or perhaps someone is about to give birth there. There's baby news in and around your energy for the month of May there. So congratulations. For some of you, this could be you. If you are pregnant, it could be that you are taking some maternity leave. The Four of Swords is to, take a step back from the busyness, and it can be that you're getting everything organized for the arrival of your child there. Congratulations. Looking at the energy, I would say that I feel that your baby may come a little bit earlier than expected. Not too early, but I feel there could be a little bit of an early energy there. Nothing to worry about, of course, but I do see that there could be a flurry of activity a little bit earlier than expected. Let's put it that way. So with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to move away from that energy there. I mean, the Four of Swords is your protagonist energy, so it can indicate that a lot of you are deep in thought about something this month. Of course, because of Taurian season, you're going to be focusing on multiplying wealth. That is what the Queen of Pentacles is all about. But also, I feel a lot of you are thinking about your home as your sanctuary. And it doesn't mean that nothing is happening this month. It just means that your focus could be about where you take moments of rest and how you can beautify it or make it a sanctuary there as well for yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is actually a very powerful position. So I would say that you may be focusing on your body, mind, and soul this month as well. You may be looking at the opportunities that are available to you because you're someone who works hard. This is a card that indicates you're practical, you're grounded, and you have a plan, and you've been nurturing a plan. You've been committed to something there, and you're all about your goals this month, and you're being really honest with yourself and true to what you should be doing this month and being very diligent there. And I feel like you're utilizing your resources very wisely. So a lot of you could be protecting your finances, finding new ways to expand your wealth, but also save, because the Queen of Pentacles is queen of saving, conserving wealth. So I would definitely say that you are in that mode, but it could be that you're shopping around to find discounts, deals, things like that. Now, of course, we have a beginning of something and an ending of something here. So I would say some of you could be launching a project and completing it, or something that you already have in motion, it will be completed. I definitely see here that there's this flurry of activity at the end of the month, almost obsessively following your passions that are going to lead to a lot of success there. But the Nine of Wands, it tells me that, you could be exhausted at the end of the month because of all the stuff that you're doing. So just watch out for overdoing it or overcommitting this month, especially at the end of the month, because I do feel there's a flurry of activity there as well. Now, because we do have the Fool card and the World card, a lot of you may be thinking about, the expiry date of things, renewing any rolling contracts, service providers, and basically keeping your life running smoothly. So you may be looking at, either passport, visa, driver's license, expiry dates, for example, because it can be that something is due or is about to come to an expiry date there, and you need to renew it, is what I'm seeing there, especially if you're traveling, because we do have that World card. So it can indicate that you need to have a certain amount of dates on your visa or passport in order to travel, for example. So you could be looking at that. I'm actually picking up a lot of my beautiful Virgos learning a language, or thinking about learning a language. And if you're in the midst of doing it, you make major progress this month as well. So you're going to see progress across the board. Whatever you've been obsessively working towards, I would say that you're going to complete it and feel really proud of yourself. Please give yourself a moment to take stock of everything that you're accomplishing right now, because you're doing a really awesome job. Sometimes it's hard. When you're in the midst of something, it feels like there's no progress. It feels like you're in the same place, but actually, At the end of the month, you're going to see how far you've come on something. And this can be something that's personal. It doesn't have to be connected to career or money. It can be connected to a personal development project, or if you are investing in yourself in a different way, or perhaps you've had a personal project on the go that you're just mapping the progress on. I definitely see here a lot of enthusiasm with this card and so much potential. And once you complete it, I feel like you're really proud of yourself there as well. Now, the Fool card can also indicate a lot of you have some sort of new beginning. So with the World card, this could be you contemplating right now a move. Some of you could be relocating, moving home, or maybe it's something that you're just thinking about right now if you're not in the midst of things. Because we do have the Fool card and the World card, this can be that you're joining a new group of people, because of course the World card can be integration, and it can be that you're getting more involved in activities or something in your neighborhood that perhaps you actually become a part of long term. This could be a hobby, or for some of you with that World card, it can be that you're thinking about migrating your life or your business, or going overseas, for example. So whether you're in a career or not, it can be that you're deciding to look further afield, either a different district, different state, different county, different country, for example. So please take it as it resonates, because I see a lot of you could actually have some sort of links abroad. Now, if you are someone who's thinking about retirement, I definitely see here that you may have two bases because of this card. So it could be that you have a base where you reside with your family or your soul tribe, and you may have something overseas. This may be something you're contemplating right now. And if you're not retired at this moment in time, a lot of you could be locked on to your retirement goals, because we do have that World card energy, which is to complete something, an end of an era kind of energy. So I definitely see here that if you're contemplating retirement, with the Devil card and the Nine of Wands, some of you may be a little bit worried in and around retirement thoughts, or if you are retired right now as well, you could be feeling a little bit anxious about things. But I do see that there is some sort of changeable energy here. And the Moon card with the Queen of Swords, it tells me that there could be some rule or regulation that is changed, and the Moon energy actually indicates something that isn't readily knowledgeable at the moment, or it's not revealed yet, will come into play, and actually it creates balance and harmony and a little bit more prosperity. So I would say things will come back into balance is what I say there. But of course, it's not going to stop people from worrying about things. But I definitely see here balance, harmony, and all the elements. When they are revealed and in play, then you'll see that actually you have nothing to worry about there. Okay, so that's just something that's coming through there as well. Okay, now the Queen of Coins indicates, of course, you are prioritizing your own needs at this time. And a lot of you may be looking at your inner child, coaxing it out to play a little bit more. You may be searching for more fun. A lot of you, you may be having that quick getaway in the beginning of May, but maybe something a little bit longer, a little bit later on, either at the end of May or as you move into June there. So I just feel like there's a little bit of a quick getaway or a bit of a pause going on there for you that's going to be really restful and going to help you really get clear in your mind about the next steps on your path. Now, for some of you, of course, there is this energy coming through right now that if you're currently out of work and you're currently seeking a job or an opportunity, I see that the job market has been very oversaturated. It's been very challenging there. And you may be contemplating either launching your own business, which I would definitely see is very lucrative there, because I feel like you're very talented, very gifted. You have a lot of gifts here that you could utilize. But what I do see here is that there is a person, it feels somehow like they are linked to this job. So either this is through an agency, or perhaps this is something on like an online forum, because we do have that Queen of Swords, which can connect to the ether, the internet, communication online. So I feel this is an opportunity that just comes out of the blue, okay? And I definitely see here that you'd be very good in this role is what I see, but it feels like it doesn't start until a little bit later on. So Some of you with that Devil card, you may want to start a little bit earlier. However, there is a certain procedure that takes place before you can actually start the role. It could be that the person that's leaving the role is either on gardening leave or they are transitioning towards something else. They have to leave the role first. So you may not start this until the end of May or maybe even June. I feel like you lock on and like successfully get the role before May is out, but it won't start until a bit later. So I feel this is something that you're passionate about because you do have the Devil card there, but I would just watch that. I feel like you have two opportunities coming in. I feel one of them, the environment is a little bit toxic. Now, intuitively, you're going to be able to discover which one of those is toxic, okay? And I feel the other one, it's very fast-paced. It is something that you'd be really great at, but I feel like you may have to make a decision. It's almost like one of them, maybe the toxic environment one, pays more money. So let me just see. It's always the way, isn't it? It's the one that's like highly pressurized, but also a little bit of a toxic environment. They tend to throw money at people a little bit more because they know the environment is not healthy to work in. So let me just see that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Two of Pentacles, yeah, the choice. So I was picking up on that. The Two of Pentacles, you know, this is an energy here of deciding what you want in the role. If you're obviously looking for more money, then of course it's going to come with an environment that is a little bit, how can I put that? I just have to say toxic, okay, because the Devil card is present. So you will decide yourself which is the right one for you. But really note how you feel, because you got the Moon card there, so that's about how you feel. If you feel there's an undercurrent where you're like, you can't put your finger on it, but you just know that it doesn't feel like the environment for you, then trust your intuition, okay? Don't allow, yeah, I mean, the Eight of Wands, it's a busier environment, the second one, but I feel it's really much more pleasant and actually gives you more opportunities to move up within the industry or like expand your reach or, you know, get more prosperity later on, bonuses, money increases, that sort of thing. So just be a little bit mindful. That's just coming through there. The Two of Pentacles, you will have a choice. Eight of Wands there tells me that one is going to be very successful. I feel actually you'll get offered both, to be honest, but then you'll have the pick of the bunch. So good luck with that and congratulations, because I definitely see here that you're going to pick the one that is right for you, and actually you're going to really nail it and kind of make it your own is what I see there. And of course, the Queen of Pentacles indicates you will multiply your wealth there as well. Now, for the rest of you, this energy, we have the Temperance card, but it is in the Resistance position. So this tells me that some of you may have been feeling a little bit out of balance or out of sorts recently. Could be that you're feeling like extra drained because we do have that Moon energy. It's in the Resistance position there. So it can be that you're looking at what's been draining your energy, whether it's a food source, whether it's a person, an environment, especially with that Devil card. Some of you, you know, you could be looking at something that perhaps has been making you feel like a little bit drained, okay? For some of you, because the World card is there, it could be the way the world is right now. There's a lot of complexity, there's a lot of volatility, and it can feel really overwhelming. With that Nine of Wands, it tells you guard yourself against any like clickbait or news articles that tell you like the end of the world is going to come like in 5 seconds unless you click this link. You know, that will raise cortisol levels and make you feel like super stressed. So I would say balance is the key this month there. I also see for a lot of you that if you are dealing with a hormonal related issue, it will come into some sort of synchronicity and balance. It could be related to like, I want to say it's something hidden that maybe you haven't discovered yet. It could be a vitamin deficiency because, you know, having the Devil card and the Nine of Wands, this can be like high cortisol levels or things that perhaps have been elevated in stress or pressure or worry recently. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. But what I do love is that the World card is present, which tells me that you come back into balance or you manage, you know, a problem or you manage things and everything comes into some sort of harmony there as well. It could be related to water intake or perhaps it is a vitamin there. Queen of Swords, some of you may actually talk to a practitioner. And maybe your usual practitioner, someone who is medically qualified to help you there, could be something they missed first time round. And it's something that they will lock onto this month. So if you have been going through like discussions with a practitioner, it's not that they missed it out of negligence. I don't see that at all. I actually see that it may have been missed because perhaps it was not something that they thought was linked. But it was, and that's something that will come back around. Now, I'm not medically trained to talk about these things, so please always check with your advisors who are qualified to deal with that. But this is what I see in the energy, and this is what I will give in the reading there, something to think about there. Now, a lot of you are locked on to your hopes, dreams, and wishes this month, of course, and your third house of communication is actually influencing you. That's why I'm not surprised to see some of you thinking about learning a language or perhaps even translating something. I'm seeing this energy of having to translate something, or perhaps you're dealing with something from overseas. If you are someone who has international links in some way, there could be a document that you have to get translated. Maybe it's a friend or someone you know who will translate that for you. It will definitely be very beneficial in the long run. But what I'm seeing here is you finding your voice to speak loud and proud and express yourself about something. But most importantly, it's about your ideas and your vision for the future, especially since you have the moon energy, which is all about the vision, the ebb and flow of what you see for your future, tapping into those emotions, and a lot of you trying to romance your life, or at least be a little bit more positive about the things that you are manifesting at this time. I see you actually manifesting a lot, and although there is a devil card here, the devil card can be that you are passionate about something. It can indicate that you are leading with your passions. Sometimes passion can tip over into obsessiveness, especially if we care about something, and you certainly care about your goals and dreams. So it can be that sometimes you work extra hard to make it happen, not only because life, it's pretty tough right now, but also because you care about the outcome, you care about your craft, or the goal that you're locked onto there. So it could lead you to be a little bit exhausted because you're just working on it constantly there. Give your mind a little bit of rest there with that Four of Swords there too. I definitely see that there's going to be better sleep this month as well. So if you're someone who has had a few issues sleeping, a little bit of insomnia there, I feel you will actually have better sleep. Towards the end of May, though, there could be something on your mind that makes you feel a little bit anxious, but I will pull a card on that just now to see what that is, because the Moon card, being in the present position that it is in, which is in the resistance position, it really says there's nothing to worry about. So I want you to be aware of that, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know right now? Can you please show them the way? Eight of Swords, okay? So Eight of Swords can indicate that fear will keep you stuck or rob you of joy. It can indicate that something that you're worrying about, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, this is what this card actually means. It can mean that the worries of the mind can be amplified and keep us feeling stuck in a rut, I'm just going to see what the true nature of the situation is. Knight of Swords. It could require some sort of lifestyle change or some sort of change, a flurry of activity. That's what I see at the end of the month for you anyway. But this is, a swift reaction or a response that can broaden your perspective, but also it always comes with a highest good positive outcome. So I would say you may have to jump into action about something that perhaps you're worried about, but it's going to be okay. When you face it head on, I feel it gets resolved, and I feel like you guard against it being negative, whatever it is. A lot of you, let me see what this is. Can you show me what this is? I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're worried about money right now. You could be feeling the pinch. I definitely see here that you'll be able to manage things. We got the Star. Some of you could be healing something. This could be a healing a rift with a family member or a friend or even an ex. I would say a lot of you, it's not an ex. That's what I want to highlight, because there's no romance cards here. So it could be you healing a rift with someone who's really dear to you. But it could be that something that they said is on your mind, and it's like you can't get over that part. Okay, so really honest, open, direct conversation will occur at the end of the month. Tensions could be a little bit high there, but again, with the World card, I feel like you learn a lesson in this, but also I feel you will resolve this with this person. And I feel actually, the Four of Swords, a lot of you are owed an apology. That Four of Swords tells me that there is an apology that will come your way, and it could kind of like move the relationship forward, because you're building links here with someone. And it could be if you've had a falling out with somebody, or if someone was just not respecting your time, or they've said something, because we do have a Queen of Swords here and it's in the resistance position. So it could indicate that some of you, if you're not dealing with it right now, you could deal with a person who says something really out of character and it's a little bit unkind. They may be under a pressure, but that's no excuse. So it could be something that you have to call out or confront in the month of May and say, hey, that's not acceptable. And, the Moon card, it's almost like you didn't see it coming because it's not their usual kind of behavior. That's what I'm seeing here. So I feel it will be resolved, but you may look at this person in a different way, or just be a little bit tentative or vigilant about how you deal with this person moving forward. Now, this could be a neighbor, could be a boss, could be a member of your family or soul tribe. So please take it as it resonates. There's just a little bit of critical energy in and around a person just because of the placement of the person in your reading. Now, a lot of you are making some major lifestyle changes as well. I see that you are locked onto a goal and that you're going to reach your goal. For some of you, the Eight of Swords can indicate that you have been feeling a bit stuck recently. You've been working really hard. You've been locked onto a goal. There's a flurry of activity. You may feel like everything you do, you're in the same place, or it feels like you're exhausted and it's never enough. There's always more to do, but you are just running out of time, for example, especially with the Knight of Swords. This can be, that things have sped up somehow, but with the Star, I feel this month there's a nicer pace to it, apart from right at the end where there's a flurry activity. But I feel like this is something that you're passionate about rather than it's negative. I want you to be aware of that. Now, the Star energy, a lot of you could be recognized for something that you feel was either finished or resolved. It's almost like if you were promised a promotion at work and you haven't heard anything, you may have felt like, oh, well, it's not happening now. Suddenly you could be thrust into the limelight. There's new communication here, and where you felt things were stagnant or you'd hit a glass ceiling and you felt nothing was happening, suddenly there's this flurry of activity, new information coming in, and the Star can be that you are either like employee of the month, or you're up for a promotion, or you get a dream opportunity. For some of you, it could be a bonus. For example, could be in the spotlight. For some of you, if you're in like social media or in media or in the public eye in some way, this can indicate that you do something that goes viral, for example, or a lot of people see it. There's this flurry of activity here. Everyone wants to see what you have to offer, for example. It could be something that thrusts you into the public eye. If you want to be famous, for example, I would say that this is a great month to get an opportunity. It kind of comes from nowhere is what I see. It's sudden, and I feel it is something that could go global because you have the world there. So it depends on what you do in life. Right now, it's going to be different for everybody. For some of you, if you're in a career, this could be your reputation. It starts to increase, and people really recognize your talents, your gifts, and you're in the spotlight for some sort of success. But ultimately, no matter what you do, even if you don't work at this moment in time, or you're retired, or you're a carer, I definitely see some of you, if you've been feeling stuck, there is some sort of movement forward where things change, and there's clarity there, but also, something you've been wishing for actually occurs. So this could renew your faith in something in some way if you've been going through a very, very challenging time. Now, the outcome energy, we have the integration card partnered with that Queen of Swords. I would say that you are very active this month and very organized, structured, and serious about your goals. A lot of you are erecting healthier boundaries this month as well, and I feel like you have clarity of purpose. You've set an intention and you've aligned yourself with it, and you understand what you need to do, and whatever it is that you need to do, you'll definitely complete it. There's a lot of success around this card, okay? So I feel that this is a card card of you being in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities, but also whatever you're building, it just feels like everything is coming together. Life, whatever it is that you're focused on right now, it just feels like there's a different energy in May where you just feel a little bit more free and you start to recognize that everything is starting to go as planned, especially since those eclipses and retrogrades are now out of the way. So I would say here that this is a great card for you to basically feel this sense of pride in what you're doing at this moment, because I feel like you get a lot done this month, and it helps you move on to the next projects there as well. Now we do have this Devil card. You know, it is an outcome energy, so the Devil card can indicate some of you are looking at toxicity in your life in general, okay? And it could be that you put an end to something that has been very hard to let go of, whether this is a substance, whether this is a beverage, whether this is a person or an environment for some of you. I mean, this signals the end of something toxic. This could literally be that you have broken through a cycle, because the world is a cycle energy, but it is the end of the cycle. So it could be that you're bringing balance back into your life by confronting something head on and cathartically releasing a lot of emotions. Some of you, this could be an inner child wounding that you are finding resolution with or some sort of peace with. Don't get me wrong, experiences from the past are very important. They shaped who you are, but you may be reclaiming your power from this experience or this event in order to make space and room for more happiness and more joy so that it does not impede on those things for your future. And I'm just going to pull a card on that Devil card because, as I said, this can indicate that for some of you, especially if you work in industry that has links overseas, or you are someone who is requiring to send things overseas, or even that you've purchased something from overseas, there could be some sort of, I hate to bring it up, but there could be some sort of trade thing going on, a delay in something being sent or something being held at like customs or something like that, because the Devil card can be to bind something, and we've got the World there as well. So there could be a problem with deliveries. That's what I'm seeing there. I hate to give that message, but you know, I definitely see it something that could be a problem. For some of you, if it's something that you really want and you have a friend overseas in that country, you could actually perhaps have a conversation with this person, and next time they travel, it could be that they purchase it for you, gift it to you, whatever, bring it over, or find an alternative service to help you purchase it or send it if there's problems, you know, with delivery. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that for you to see what's going on there, because, you know, the Devil card and the World card together, this can indicate that there's been a cycle, a repeat that perhaps has not been serving your highest good, and you want to kind of like release it. And also, the Devil card can be a temptation. So it could be that you're trying to like detox or, you know, give something up, and you may feel a little bit tempted, but Nine of Wands says, you're not going to be tempted. You're going to guard against that. So I feel, you know, you're going to have the strength to say no to those temptations. So let me just see what that is for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Oh gosh, we got the Death card there. You're putting an end to something, that's for sure. It's definitely the end of a toxic cycle. A lot of you, it could be that you're releasing a bad habit this month, or you're trying to clear space for something greater to come into your life. And in order to do that, you must shed something that perhaps is familiar and old and just not working for you right now. So this could be like you maybe releasing feelings on an ex. Four of Cups, yeah, it could be. For the Four of Cups is all about you looking at love. For example, if you're single, it could be that you're looking at how love has disappointed you. It made you feel let down. Perhaps you feel the dating scene is oversaturated, but the universe has a surprise for you. Whatever this is, because I definitely see here that something is being gifted to you in the month of May that's going to really surprise you. You do not expect this. It's like something that you wanted, but you have waited so long that perhaps you thought it was never coming. It doesn't have to be love. For some of you, it could be an opportunity that you felt, as I mentioned, was offered to you, or you've been working hard to accomplish, and you're feeling so fed up because you're like, I've done everything I can to make it happen and it's not happening. So what is going on? So a lot of you, you may just take stock of things and kind of like step back and say, oh, okay, look, I'm just going to take a break. Because that Four of Swords there is like, let's just take a break and have a think. Let's really meditate on this, or let's really kind of like withdraw and honor my body and just reflect. And suddenly the universe says, surprise, here it is, the thing that you wanted. We are delivering it to you now, because everything has a divine order and a time and a place. And I would say that something is offered to you at the end of the month. It's like, I feel it's something that you're passionate about. I really feel this Devil card is not a negative energy. I feel this is kind of you liberating yourself from a situation that maybe has kept you stuck, maybe something that you have been obsessing over or anxious about. Yeah, also with the Death card there, this can be a new beginning that is being offered to you in some area of your life, whether it's a new apartment, new neighbor. For some of you, if you deal with a landlord, this person, they may actually mention that they're going overseas and that they may be thinking about selling their property. So it could be that they give you some prior notice that you have to vacate where you live. Now, that's not going to resonate with all of you. I'm only getting about 4% of my beautiful Virgos having to deal with that, okay? And if that's you, I actually feel that this person does you a favor, because you're going to find something that is way better than where you're at right now. Although you may love where you're at right now, I just get an energy that where you're moving to seems to have everything that you desire in a place. So that's something that's coming through there as well. Now we do have a Nine of Wands, and this is the Wounded Warrior. So this can indicate that you've taken a lot on, overcommitted yourself. There is the potential there to overcommit yourself at the end of the month. I want to see what this Nine of Wands is, because you did get the Star energy, so it can indicate some of you at the end of the month will be focusing on your personal life and the things that you've gone through, the hardships, how challenging it's been to be where you are right now, and how you fought to be where you are, the struggles that you've been through. I feel like everything is coming together because this is your overarching energy, but it doesn't take away the fact that it's been hard. And as you can see there, there's a raven, and this is a messenger of truth. So I would say something that you have been battling away on, actually, you're really close to achieving it. So Nine of Wands indicates you're really strong, you're not giving up on something, and it feels, if something unexpected is heading your way, and I feel it's positive actually, this unexpected thing, I feel that you're equipped to deal with it. It feels like a really quick decision that needs to be made at the end of the month, because something unexpected comes in, but it's actually going to work in your favor. It's positive. Okay, so let me just pull a quick card there on that as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands. I mean, we've got two queens here as well. So this could be like discourse between you and a person. Healing something. Got Fool card, the Sun. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is beautiful, this energy. So we got Queen of Wands, which is really you having a bit of a glow up, you magnetizing an opportunity, getting attention, being inspired, really like leading with passion in your life at the end of the month. There's a sensuality about you. There's a power and a magnetism about you there, and you're attracting opportunities and people towards you. And we've also got that Six of Wands, which actually is success. It means a recognition of something that you've done that is triumphant. This could be, as I mentioned earlier, fame or stepping into the limelight or success or an award. Some of you, it could be that you're completing like college, for example, and you're getting a certification or a qualification, and it could be something that you're worried about, or it was on your mind, you didn't know how you did, for example, but actually when it's all completed, you'll find out that actually you did really well, but you battled away to get there, you made sacrifices. So whatever it is you're doing, I'm just giving you some examples there, but I definitely see here with the Six of Wands that you come out on top, and there's a lot of accomplishment there as well. Now next we have the Fool card. So this may enable this new start. The Fool card is this fresh energy, basically a spring in your step, a lot of potential here, new adventures, new beginnings, and the universe is supporting a time of optimism for you. And, the Fool card is like, you don't know what's coming. You're just putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you're on the right path. And I can see that you're on the right path, and the universe is going to highlight in May that, yeah, everything is coming together and show you that, yeah, you are on the right path. The Sun is a card of positivity, success. It's the most positive card in the deck. And the Three of Cups is celebration. So whatever this is at the end of the month, I really want you to be aware. There's a lot of good things. I feel there is a development going on here where you will have to make a decision, but the decision, it will be the right one. Now, of course, for some of you, this can also indicate that you are nurturing yourself in a different way, implementing self-care routines, also hydrating, making sure that you're on top of that as well. But because we have the Three of Cups now, Three of Cups normally has 3 people on there, which can indicate integration, joining a group of people, as I mentioned earlier, okay? But also, I want you to be aware, the actual meaning of the Three of Cups can be that you're ready to fall in love and that you may meet a person in a group. So if you're single, I definitely see there's some sort of invitation or a party or some sort of gathering that you'll attend. And it could be even a wedding, for example, or an engagement, and you have a strong potential to meet someone there if you're looking for love. But also, this can be that you are going to hear about a birth or even a marriage, for example. But what I'm getting here is someone is going to give you a gift that is unexpected in the month of May. Okay, now this could be a friend. I'm seeing 2 people here. I gotta be honest, not 3. I'm seeing 2 people. So this could be someone that you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe it's someone who's from overseas who's telling you that they're going to come and visit, for example. So I do see that happening there as well. Anything else I can see here for you for May? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Okay, so music, of course, is going to help with pressure. It'll change your vibration. That's just coming through there as well. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know? Now, this is a different deck, right? Completely different deck. And even though it's a different deck, it's giving the same message. Sometimes I don't know where these readings are going. I have to trust the energy, the words, and the images, and everything that happens in a reading. And, of course, it all kind of ties up and links in some way with the last deck. So we have here Sands of Time. So a lot of you, as I mentioned, you're organized, structured, positive, and very serious, definitely owning your time there this month. It says something is reaching an end. And I did mention that there there seems to be a beginning and an end here. Something is coming to an end. So definitely a toxic cycle or challenge or some sort of struggle that perhaps you've had is coming to an end there, and it's going to come to a positive resolution. But it says here, someone is slipping away or time is running out. So some of you, because there is a person there, as I mentioned, this could be a dynamic between you and a friend, and maybe the relationship, you're outgrowing this person or you're outgrowing each other. I feel like things will be resolved, but I just feel like you're going to be a little bit more vigilant with this person. So that's something that perhaps you may be going through right now. We also have doubting. So again, that came up in your reading. Something that you doubt will show up because you've been waiting for it for such a long time. I mean, the Temperance card is in the resistance position, and it's like, well, if it's going to come, where is it? I can't see it. So it says here, you're unsure about something or someone, lack of trust or confidence, and the choice is unclear. So you will have a choice at the end of the month, as I mentioned. Trust your intuition on that. But look at this card. You're living from an empowered place. You're in your power, and I definitely see that that's the starting position for you. So I feel you're making great decisions. You're moving through this month with a lot of success, logic, as well as tapping into your heart space so that you can communicate your goals and dreams to the universe and lock onto that vibration to achieve them. But it says living from an empowered place, cultivating your inner strength and taking your power back. Okay, so it could be a dynamic with you and a person. It doesn't have to be a friend, as I mentioned. It can be you and a person, maybe your boss or landlord or neighbor. It could be that you're literally saying, okay, we need to resolve this, but I'm not allowing you to disrespect me. This is my healthy boundary. Respect it or we can't deal with each other anymore. And finally, we have futuristic. So a lot of you, as I mentioned, you're locked on to your finances for the future, but a lot of you are thinking about your future plans like retirement and all of those things, and you're locked on to those visions for the future. And it says a futuristic view of the world, modern and unique ideas ahead of your time. Some of you may discover some sort of technology, like a new app or a computer or software or something that helps you run your day-to-day life. Some of you may even outsource to a social media platform or to a person who can help you, so you can take the pressure off and get busy living and doing things that are more exciting for you, for example. So that's what I see for your May. Just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, so we have, interesting. So we basically have this rune here, which is the strength rune. Okay, so this can indicate promotion. I did mention promotion, but also it is about distant influences. So if you do have overseas links, could be something in and around that. Maybe someone is coming to visit you from overseas, or vice versa, because we do have the vacation card right there. For some of you, this could also be that you are thinking about migrating your business, or maybe even expanding your reach when it comes to business. If you are someone who runs your own business, for example, when I say things like entrepreneur and running your own business, this could be that you have like an Etsy store, that you are creating something online, putting it out there, and people from around the world see what you have to offer and they want to purchase it. For some of you, this could literally be you being an entrepreneur in different industries as well. So always apply it to your situation. But this is an international link for expansion. Okay, and it also indicates that you have the strength to move through this month, and there's a lot of good things coming towards you, but also you may be focused a little bit more on health this month. And this rune, especially when it's in the reverse, it connects to low energy and even hormonal fluctuations, but you got it in the upright, which will tell me that you will come back into balance. Also, if you feel like you've missed out on an opportunity, it's going to come back around in a different form. But I wouldn't worry about it. What is meant for you will never pass you by, okay? Now also we have a leaf, okay? It looks like a maple leaf there, so perhaps there's some sort of connection to Canada. Doesn't have to be, but this can be that you're literally turning over a new leaf, detoxifying, perhaps cutting something out that perhaps has been draining your energy or is toxic for you or just doesn't make you feel good anymore. But it can also indicate that you're in a period of shedding, letting go, okay? Letting go of things that perhaps worry you, maybe not looking at like certain things online. Everything that we absorb, whether it's food, whether it's things that we listen to, digest, whatever it is, it's informing our body and our mind all the time. So I definitely see here that you want to have a little bit more fun. You want to open your playful side. You want to have peace of mind. Four Swords is to protect your peace of mind. So I would say that a lot of you are shedding things that perhaps you think, actually, that makes me feel a little bit nervous or anxious, or, I'm not going to get involved in that. And some of you could literally be decluttering your life. The leaf on its own can indicate that some things have run their course in your life and you're kind of like deadheading the roses, as it were, to promote more growth in other areas of your life. So I will leave that there. I hope something resonates with you. Very complex, may not resonate with everyone, but I have to honor each energy as it comes out for the month. So thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.